Graduates, wagwan, wagwan. Wanna reach, eh? Yes, man. Me reach, man. Me reach, me reach. Big up on a nice, clean self. Vanessa, hello, hello. Big up yourself. Good night, girl. So nice. Jay Summer, big up yourself. Top Truth UK, good afternoon, my darling. Simone, big up yourself. Drea, 1969, good evening. Yes. A 10 Tory in a one tonight, 10 Tory in a one edition, you understand? We're gonna get started with the things them where everybody are talk about, and then we're gonna go down in a one story where you may not be aware of, right? So let me just make sure that I greet everyone first. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday evening. It's nearly the weekend, guys. One more day to go, and we can chill. Yes, for those of us who work throughout the week. So big up yourself, Andreen. Hey, Carrie, long time no see. How you doing, sweetheart? Yes. What are the things that go up on social media? What are the things that go up on social media? But I'm gonna start with a few things, I'm sure some of you have seen the thumbnail in terms of the focus of tonight's 10 Tory in a one, right? But I'm gonna start with one that I found really, I don't know, unsettling is the word. Unsettling. So, big up to Planka Boss 33 times 3 for showing her staff such appreciation, sending them all on a wonderful vacation. That was outstanding. Plus spending money. Hello. That is definitely boss moves. However, during her live today, I came on briefly just to see what was going on because, hey, I've never been to Panama. I don't know if you guys have, but, I love watching other people's holidays, right? So I came on just for that. And I observed, I listened to 33 times 3 speaking about the situation with one of her staff members' partner. And I was pretty vocal at that point because for those of you who don't know that I used to be a domestic abuse officer, that was one of the jobs that I had in my past. And a part of that journey was about protecting women who had been subjugated to violence and abuse. And remember, domestic abuse doesn't just come in a physical sense. It comes in an emotional sense. It comes in a financial sense as well. And let's not forget neglect. That's also a part of it. So when I listened to the things that were being said by 33 times 3 about her staff member's partner, and I'm trying to remain as nameless as possible, I was quite upset by it. And I'm certain a lot of people in that live were upset by it. It's not the first time we have heard certain comments being made about this individual, but you know something, women, you really need to learn to spot the signs of an abusive partner. It's really important that you don't ignore them, okay? Now, manipulation, emotional blackmail is one of the biggest signs. Sorry, guys, let me put this on silent. Otherwise, my phone now gonna stop my noise. It's one of the biggest signs of what could potentially evolve into a volatile situation. Many times we've heard about this person being under duress because of the way her partner has reacted out of jealousy and possession, right? Him deciding that you were going to have a bad time by ignoring you when you're making that phone call is him basically saying that he does not want you to be out of his sight. And he completely despises the fact that you chose to make an independent move without him. Perhaps it's his insecurities around recognizing that other people may find you attractive if you go off without him. But a man like that will do more than just use emotional blackmail. And it's really unfortunate that women put themselves through this thinking that this is what love is supposed to look like. Hence my subtitle, Broke Up That. That is a very, very terrible situation for you to be in, where you cannot be yourself. Every woman in a relationship is entitled to her own space, her own friends, her own enjoyment, separate and apart from their partner, be they married or not. Just like how a man can go and hang out with his brethren, and I'm pretty certain he does. I'm pretty certain that he goes and he parties without you, hangs out with his friends without you, and expects to do that without being questioned or interrogated. And should you dare, no doubt, he's going to get very aggressive with you. Therefore, the same is true for you as an adult female. For any partner to be making you feel uncomfortable, awkward, because you have decided to go on holiday without him, and is using the silent treatment to make you feel guilty, is not only manipulative, but is capable of further dangers. Now, it's a bit unfortunate that it had to be brought to the live. And I'm also very much aware of the fact that sometimes when these things are discussed openly, it fans the flames, right? But suffering in silence is not an option. And I know lots of people are going to say, Lord, 33 times 3 chat too much. She bring other people in personal business pan alive. But let me tell you guys this. Keeping silent about treatment like this is what get women. You understand? This is the kind of thing, by pretending as though it's not there or putting it under the carpet, this is the kind of thing that will allow men to carry on doing these things and getting away with it. By putting full focus on this man, anything that goes wrong with this girl, it's going to point to him. But we all know, say, Jamaica that. And whole heap of times, men get called out about their behavior, and it still leads to a tragic end. That is a very emotionally disturbing relationship. It isn't healthy, nor is it safe or secure. And to be going through something like that, it is no wonder when they had their little, remember they had their little tit for tat in Planka shop, emotions are running high because you're under a lot of stress in your household. No man is supposed to be shackling no woman like that. Those days are done and gone with. Yet some men think that their women are their objects and their possessions. But the only way they're able to get away with it is if we allow it. You ought to be respected and also trusted. Now, if it is that your partner cannot trust you, then they should leave. Why hang around with somebody that you have to be watching their every move? I'll tell you something. See, when me did young, me used to check my husband's phone, you know, and I fast and I find out a sort and I dig up. That was when I was much younger. And that was about insecurity. That was about not knowing whether I was coming or going. But as I matured, I realized that, listen to me, if a guy I gotta do something, I'm gonna do something, and there's nothing you can do about it. What's more important is to invest in yourself, to make yourself so independent, financially and otherwise, that if a guy go on him, go on. You understand? Because you're still gonna live. Never ever put yourself in such a position that that man feels he can control you emotionally, take away your joy because he is not by your side. These are the kind of things that leads to affairs. And these are the kind of things that lead to, when the affair is getting uncovered, people losing their lives. Because the woman feels like she can't run where she can't left him. Because if each and Panarin attached to her in such a way, it make her no straight. Say, if you leave, you have to leave in a one casket. So she feels she not have no choice. In order to get that satisfaction or that joy, she have to go do something on the side. Because some woman, I saw them angle things. Then when that gets exposed now, then we hear say, man do all kind of wicked things. Take note before it's too late. Take note before it's too late. Pay attention to those red flags. That is dangerous. And to think that he has so much control over you, that when he's doing his actions of ignoring you, silent treatment, emotional guilt, blackmailing you psychologically, that you can't even focus on such a wonderful moment. You can't enjoy it. You can't make memories that are not tainted, because if he's not with you, you shouldn't be happy. You need to get cold. You understand me? You need to harden your heart. You're giving him way too much power. And it's when a man realizes that you will get wicked in this, at that time, he would think twice before him hang you like that. Because if that was me, I'll block you. And you'll be ringing forever and never get me. You understand? But anyway, then Tory, now let me make sure somebody got through and big up the people then were there in the place. So Sunshine, big up yourself. I see you. Ray Gibson, big up yourself. Too much things going on and it don't look good. Yes, indeed. Camille Douglas, big up yourself. I see you. Patricia Brown, big up yourself. Sandra Sansusi, big up yourself. Lisa Mason says he did it to her all the time. How many times her boss take her out and she have to go home because of how he behaved? But she don't have to. And this is the thing. And this is the thing that we have to be aware of. If she's having to run home every time he calls because she's enjoying herself too much without him being in her presence, every time she has to run home, she's handing over her power to this man. You understand? But the question is, what is she afraid of? What is he doing to her behind closed doors? Why is it that she has to run home? Do you understand? What is he doing behind closed doors? Because let me tell you something. When a woman is going through these situations, sometimes tell, and when they're telling, 9 times out of 10, they're only telling you 60% of the 100. The amount of cases I have dealt with where women have come to me and told me about the abuse they're experiencing at home, and them still not tell me everything till me press and press and press and press and question so I can know the full extent of the case and how severe it is. Because oftentimes shame causes women to clam up. They will tell you the things that are palatable to the ear, meaning that you've heard these kind of things before. So, no big deal. All right, we're unassociated abuse, so it don't shock, it don't make you go, missus, you sit down in that? Oh, you sit down in that. You understand what I'm saying to you? They fear judgment. So they're not going to tell you every single thing. But you see, when you break it down and get to the nitty-gritty of the deviousness of how some men can be towards their partners and discover just the depth of the amount of things they've been through, you'll realize that pure fear is the reason why these women do not leave. Fear. Dawn says, I believe he gets physical with her as well. I distinctly remember an instance when she let out a blood-curdling scream for help while Auntie was alive. I was so angry. Mighty God of Daniel. Lisa says, I don't like that man one bit. He's too controlling for me. Absolutely. Nicola says, I could never love a man like that. Absolutely not. And let me tell you something, Nicola. A lot of men think that by handling their women these ways, they're going to stay under their control and they're going to love them and they're going to have to stick by them no matter what. You understand? But let me tell you, men out there who are of this nature, exactly how a woman's mind works. You will do things to this woman persistently over a period of time and think that you're intimidating her and you're making her more and more scared purely based on her reactions. But for every her heart splits. And every time you do it, she loves you less and less and less. Until it will get to a point where you do not matter. It will even get to the point beyond that where she does not matter. In other words, it will get to the point where she would rather lose her existence on this earth than carry on being with you. And if she can't catch you one way, she'll go catch you another. Remember, say you eat from the woman here. You understand? So don't think that, oh, she afraid of me, she dare not. Hey, if your girl ever, oh, what may I do with her? And that is going to last you. But what we don't want as observers looking on, as people who care from a distance, is for it to get to that level. Some believe a man in your life has to give commands in everything in your house and in your life. I pray she seek help to leave. She already has a good job and boss. Strengthen up and leave for your safety and peace of mind. Absolutely. She's too soft with him. I bet if she puts her foot down, he'll realize. And the thing is that, a lot of these soft women, and them would do things, that no. Right? Big up yourself, JCM Kitchen. I see you. I see you. It is what it is. Blessings. Sue Lawrence, you're late, but you're not too late, my lovely. Patricia Brown, but when you take that power back and they don't have it, that would be a bigger problem for her. Now, this is a thing, Patricia, which is why one of the things that we have been trained in is the fact that when a woman is about to leave a relationship like that, it is the most dangerous time. And it is advised that when such things are about to happen, that this man is kept in the dark about it. Don't tell. You should be packing an emergency bag with emergency money. If you have a child, you start to put down one and two piece of clothes, if you're breastfeeding or if you're buttermilk feeding, you put on the things them that's necessary for that. You put it in a one bag, you keep the bag at a friend's house. You understand? You keep the bag at a friend's house, somewhere where you know you're going to run to should situations happen, right? You put down your money. You start pinch off your money because if it is that he's controlling you financially, you have to find a way. Put down some money so that you can travel at any given point. And when you have your emergency kit, you don't store it in the house. If you can get a second phone, you get a second phone with a second chip. And when you boogie like a thief in the night. You understand? You plan and execute your departure very, very well. And you make the relevant people aware after you have gone. So them not think so you're dead. You understand? And you don't make a soul know where you are. You alert the police after you've gone. There are certain steps you have to take. You have to keep yourself safe. Because a man like that will stalk you. He will stalk you. Which is no doubt what he's doing. Watching your every move. It is unhealthy. It is dangerous. And no woman deserves that. She looked so beautiful and genuinely happy yesterday. So sad for her. Every day bucket go well, bottom. One day the bucket bottom, I go drop out. Absolutely. He's playing mind games with her, control her mind. He's in charge of every fiber of her being. Horrible feeling. Even with that, the woman feel guilty and return back because the man make you feel bad. Patricia, talk the truth. Do you know that they say that in the average domestic abuse situation, women will leave up to 70 times and go back? On average, they've done the research, up to 70 times. Those women will leave and return. And it's after that, then it's no more. So many times women will go, oh, I forgive him. Oh, he's going to change. Oh, you understand? Because really deep down, we want our relationships to last. We want them to work. You understand? Especially if you have children for the person, or if you're married to the person, you don't want that to be destroyed. But I'm telling you this, no man is worth your sanity, your happiness, your well-being, and your safety, not to mention your life. Broke up that. Now, there is this whole controversial thing about whether or not perpetrators can change. We're trained to teach our women, no, they can never change. Once a perpetrator, always a perpetrator. But I have met perpetrators who have changed. But it took a lot of counseling, going through rigorous programs of anger management. And those things are very lacking in our society in Jamaica. They're present in first world countries and often afforded at free cost to the public, usually on referral from an organization, like a voluntary sector organization, or from the police. So in Jamaica, we have men who are roaming around with these personality disorders, thinking that it is normal behavior. It is far from normal. Ladies, I am warning you, the colleague of 33 times 3, and I'm warning any other female in this circumstance. Broke up that. Be very careful. Put yourself first. Anyway, we're going to go down into something else. So, let me lighten up the mood, because I want you to get depressed by me, I start go back in a memory lane and remember the things them. So, you understand? I just wanted to say what I had to say. And, I'm not here to also disparage the man and cuss him and call him any kind of names, because that kind of stuff can also make things worse for the lady. But I wanted the lady to really wake up and consider her circumstance as not the finality of what love is supposed to look like, right? So we're going to move on now to the next cup of tea, right? Now, that's going to something. Say the one with the cheekbone in England there. The one with the cheekbone in England, say she want to come back in the shop. Lady with the cheekbone, come here. Come here, because I'm convinced. I'm convinced there's something wrong with you. Hello, 293 of you guys on the live. Can you please like up the live and bounce up the algorithms for me? That is all I ask. I truly appreciate every single one of you here. Please like up the live. You understand, right? That is all we ask for over here. Okay. Good afternoon, Ingrid. I see you. Good afternoon. Right. Missy, one name I never see it. Me card love mom. Slavery abolished long time. No man can treat me like I'm a slave. Amen. Right. Colleen, how much of you here going through the same situation right now? Talk it out, Colleen. A lot of us. But like I said, we women, we suffer in silence most times. And we can't speak out because we fear judgment. But I'm telling you, 99% of us have had an experience with a man like that. But anyway, cheekbone. Cheekbone, come here. So something is wrong with you, though. I'm very convinced that you have a different kind of personality disorder.
Yes. Because 1 minute you have got things going on, and I'm moving on to greener pastures, and something has come through for me. I have a blessing. Mm. And all of that has gone through the window now. And I will continue to do my blogging, but it's going to be more around myself, my family life, and I'll be avoiding the diaspora, this section of the diaspora I'm going to avoid. Me say 1 and 2 video fly up. 1 and 2 video fly up with family, and all of a sudden, husband a feature. Yeah? Like say, perfect family life and everything happy and what happened? He did I look at one point, like say, they give the man little, little loving. Yeah. Like you finally broke your ducks after 3 years. Yes. And me say, yeah, what? Go on with yourself. Cheekbone look like say she fling it pan the man. Yeah. That's looking good. Trust me, there was no hating. I actually enjoyed it. Those videos were lovely. But then the man look like same, say, boy, things dry up again, so me now come and no video with you. So, the whole family life thing gone. And then is one whole heap of video with you. I pick out your ear and I do all kind of sitting, and man, sometimes I struggle to listen to your video. Them, me not lie. Cheekbone, my God, you can ramble. So kudos to you for doing one of your shortest videos in history. Yes. Because trust me, that video was very, very short. I said, my gosh, you're trying to tell me that this lady is capable of being succinct? She can actually get to the point sometimes. That was rather impressive, because I think you summarized your points in less than 2 minutes. So that was good. But anyway, once again, the majority of your participants only tend to come when you mention 33 times 3. And nothing is wrong with that, because, hey, let us face it, 33 times 3 name come with beer blessing. Now we know that. Yes. But guess what the difference is between us and Cheekbone now? The difference between us and Cheekbone is this. We don't have a problem admitting the fact that, listen, 33 times 3 name come with blessing, and we want to rub up in a that. Cheekbone busy. Oh, just I talk about, she no have no friend. Yes. She no cut no dash with nobody. I don't know why you have to keep telling people that. Like, get on with what you're saying. But at the end of the day, you're claiming isolation, but yet you keep, going towards 33 times 3 and the shop. The 33 times and the shop affairs are usually your most explosive, your most interesting, to be honest. So clearly it is an indication that you're acting almost like, almost like the stepchild that wasn't treated very well, or you have a bit of a Cinderella complex where you are eager to please. I don't know which it is, but it's clear to us that you really want to come back to the shop. You want to come back to the shop. Now, you did a video where you were bigging up 33 times 3, celebrating her as a great boss, and, encouraging everybody to see the positives, and not just the negatives. But, darling, just a side note, you are the one that has seen the most negative on social media, to be perfectly honest. And that is outside of the camp whose entire existence is dedicated to negativity, around 33 times 3. I'm talking about the fact that as a so-called objective blogger, 99% of your stuff is about negativity. So I really don't know where you're coming from talking about that, because nobody else out here is doing that. Most of us are giving a very good balance of what is positive and also what is negative. And even if we attach any negative subjects to our programs, we handle that with a level of decorum, which is absent most times from the way you express yourself. Now, so I don't know who that advice was for. Certainly it must have been self-reflection mode that you were in, and that you were really speaking about yourself, and nobody else. Like, who's she talking to? Who's she talking to, guys? I don't know. In addition to that, just another side note, actually make this a footnote. 33 times 3 is not the only boss that has ever done something like this. Okay, perhaps not on this grand scale, but don't forget that 33 times 3 is a graduate of Sandals Resorts. And under the management of that organization, she learned very much about how to appreciate staff, because that man, he did not hesitate to spoil his staff members, to give them bonuses, to give them food packages, to give them, all kinds of perks as a thank you and an appreciation. I know for a fact that Tasty, yes, ran by the Changs, they often gave their employees perks, particularly at Christmas time, or if there was, I don't know, an increase in profits, that the staff always benefited. Always benefited. So it's not a strange thing. So once again, please do some research. Claiming that, you wish bosses could be like this. There's several bosses like this. And it's important that you be aware of the Jamaican scenario, because I'm also aware that Digicel does this. There are lots of companies that show maximum appreciation to their staff members, and provide them with perks and stuff like that in Jamaica. Okay, it may not be on camera, it may not be full front in terms of media, but that's the reason why a lot of these staff members remain for years and years and years. Okay. Let me have a look at some of the comments. She can't do without talking about the lady because her views have dropped. Absolutely, it has. But whenever she speaks about her, they certainly go right back up. Laurie says, job on for move fry, go kick rock with her hypocrisy. Where's the Laurie? She forgot kick rock in a traffic. No. Job on is psychosis. Ramesh always takes his staff out as well. Maybe not aboard, but to hotels and restaurants. Yes, it's true. Nobody know why you're not from her. She is a backstabber. It is either like, it's like she don't know if she going or if she coming, people. Me not understand. Right. And like I said, she set herself up for this kind of reaction, because if at the end of the day she did just move on from what she had moved on from and just carry on blog, nobody would have been surprised that she still a dip her mouth in and out of shop affairs, because she has always been doing that. In fact, this is what boss her. So in case she thinks people are gonna think otherwise, nobody's saying this is what grew her or made her present, rather, but that is boss her. Right? So if we're going to be honest about it, a lot of people say the wrong thing. They will say that, if it wasn't for 33 times 3, nobody would know you or whatever. But to be honest, she had her little platform. She was known. She had enough followers and whatever to be monetized. But, in terms of famous in the diaspora, that did not happen until she received the recognition from 33 times 3, and that did not happen for a lot of us without that recognition by 33 times 3. Now people will have it to say, HTK, if it wasn't for 33 times 3, nobody would know you neither. But let me tell you this, at a Trinidad bus me here, big up yourself, Trinidad. At a Trinidad bus me here, remember me tell you that. Right? So, in case you got it twisted, I was known more in the rest of the Caribbean than I was in Jamaica. You understand? And eventually, because of the recognition from various bloggers in the diaspora and from 33 times 3, my name became more known in the Jamaican diaspora. And that is a fact. And for that, all of us are appreciative, because when you share information like that, and spread the word about people, you grow. But what we will not do, unlike Jawbone, is we will not turn around and bite the hands that help to feed. You understand? And this is what Jawbone has done. Because at the end of the day, there was no reason under the sun for this woman to go for the lady the way she did. No reason under the sun. I'm not saying you cannot speak about the things you don't like, right? But the way she did it, it was so aggressive. right? And then claiming friendship when there was clearly none. So at the end of the day, she can't expect that she can be dealing with people like that and hang up people like Yo-Yo and think that it's going to be a constant support. Right? When you jump from one side to the other, one side to the other, one side to the other, what are you? You're more than a Panama shirt. More than a Panama shirt. You are one who cannot be trusted. So nothing that she says around that topic is ever going to be received well by those who know the history. You understand? Maduman, that one Lisa say, hey Brenda, big up yourself. When she reached at the pasture, the way never weed out, so therefore she had to turn back. Talk up the things, right? But like I said, Cheekbone, you never ever left the diaspora. You were always hitched up in there somewhere, right? And you need to recognize that you set yourself a standard that you yourself was incapable of achieving, right? Too high a standard for you. Right? You're wanting to become some kind of global blogger. But if you are so under-researched in your own diaspora, amongst your own people, with your own topics that should be close to you, both socially and culturally, how are you going to have a handle on cultures that are further removed? I don't know. I don't get that. How is it even possible? But anyway, let me move on from Cheekbone, you don't know, say 10 story in a one, and we're from that, right? No people. What's a big up yourself, Debbie? Big up yourself. I see you. Yes, like up the live. Yeah. Hello.
No, say, me no normally talk about this part of the, you understand? Me avoid them part there, you understand? Me no normally talk about over the sun, not at all. Me can't bother with the whole headache and all of that, right? I leave that to the veterans in the business, right? And you know me, I'm a newbie, I'm a freshie. I have not been around long enough to eggs up myself and push up myself in the people and what about long time, because I believe in knowing my place. But you and I are in the same boat. We are observers. So we can talk about this just a little bit. Just a little bit. So everybody is up in arms about Lady with the Numbah coming out and speaking out on behalf of a child. This child was subjected to the interference of an adult by them trying to set up the guardianship of this child with CPS. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is alleged. I have seen no documentation. I've seen no evidence of who it is that would have done so. It is my understanding that the report was anonymous. And if the report was anonymous, really and truly, I can't say I have hardcore evidence that such lady is the one who's behind it. But given the fact that such lady has got a history on social media of being one of the most miscreant and malicious individuals that we have ever seen, that she has done things like this in the past, including trying to get rid of people's jobs. And, there's a whole history, and I'm sure you know where to go to get the history, right? It is not far-fetched to imagine that she could be one such type that would do something like this. I also listened to her live subsequently. And in her live, she was giggling a lot and pretending as though all was well. But of course, she mentioned the fact that, oh my gosh, they're threatening me. So she took all the threats and she took that to the powers that be, the authorities. And, she said one particular number was ringing her all the time, sending her lots of threats, and she knew who was behind the number. So she's claiming she doesn't know what this is. This is all a lie. You're all making it up, and you are telling lies to sell cakes. Like, I don't believe Lady with the Numbah sells any cakes, to be honest. But anyway, this is what she's saying. Now, what I'm going to say is this. People are judging Lady with the Numbah and saying Lady with the Numbah should not be defending such camp, because by doing so, she is giving them a break. You know what I'm saying? making them feel a little bit better that they have empathy. They have, people who understand their situation. And given the fact that such camp has been persistently attacking 33 times 3, they deserve everything they're going through. And therefore, Lady with the Number don't have no right to get herself involved in all of that. This is what I'm going to say. Lady with the Number is Taurus like me. And we feel what we feel, how we feel, when we feel it. Just like how people used to come out and say, why is it that HDK is not defending this person and attacking that person on such person's behalf? Nobody can pull our strings. It just doesn't work, right? If we don't feel to do it, it won't get done. Now, if it is that it's a subject that we're passionate about, like I said, there are certain subjects I'm passionate about, then we will come out blazing, right? Because that's something we feel. So, at the end of the day, I see nothing wrong with what Lady with the Number did. I don't see anything wrong. Because I was on that live, Yes, I was listening. I was listening to that live. When she came out and spoke about it initially, and she was speaking about why you're troubling the 8-year-old and stuff like that. And at first I was trying to figure it out, but I got it afterwards. I got it. Right? And I was like, oh, okay. So this is such lady again doing her things. And I actually figured out who the 8-year-old was before she subsequently came out and explained it after the camp clarified it was them. Now, at the end of the day, this is about a very cruel individual who is capable of doing the most. And I personally don't care if it was done to such camp or not. It speaks of who this person is if the allegations are true. And it is important that this person be exposed to the public for who she is, because on a day-to-day basis, she goes and she spins a narrative that constant new followers are eating up, not understanding the history behind it. You understand? So it's a child, guys, an innocent child. So whether or not you don't like such camp, what I mean, or not, a child should never suffer because of the behaviors of the adults. And it's interesting how, when it came to such lady's child, how she weaponized so many platforms to come out and scream for justice for her daughter. But then, allegedly, she's capable of doing such things. If it is true, it speaks of the fact that she is such a two-faced, hypocritical, miscreant who will pretend as though she's the victim, while behind the scenes, she's doing a lot of manipulative and evil things. Now, I did see that video that was going around. And yeah, context-wise, the image, okay, it wasn't pleasant or whatever, but it still wasn't enough to necessarily say anything. And sometimes in the moment, you're handing children, if you're not thinking on that level, you don't even recognize. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was okay. The way it was put across, it wasn't pleasant, but I don't think it was enough. Such camp has come out and said that, listen, investigations have taken place and there's nothing in terms of a case. But I genuinely hope that whatever legal action comes out of this, according to the camp, that they expose such lady and that it is made evident that such lady is the one behind the report. I really hope so. Because then everybody needs to see the evidence. And this is always my thing because I hesitate to go in and go real hard, which I really want to do. Because I don't see the hard evidence, right? And until those things are presented, I still kind of step back a bit and just look at the things that I can justify. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with Lady with a Number defending a child, no matter whose child it is. So I think we should kind of let that go, right?
Where children are well taken care of, we have to give credit where credit is due. And I'm going to share a story with you. Hold on a second. Let me look at some of the comments. Who am I missing out? Colas TV just brought his team to Panama also. Exactly. So when ML attacks, she do research first. All them things there. Okay, the discussion needs to be had also about women who thinks that when a man is obsessive, this equates to love. Or you're where you make me curse for, Antoinette? Yes, I actually mentioned that earlier, that it isn't love. It doesn't equate to love at all. She talking to herself. Took his team to Panama recently, yes. So let me just take a look. I don't want to miss any comments. Some men even threaten that they will off themselves to mess you emotionally. Yes, that's definitely manipulation. She did got followers, but it's DMG who let she get so much people. Absolutely, Lisa, and that is a fact. She did get a reason. The reason was because DMG didn't take no side with her and DMG brought her from the UK. And why should she? It's nothing to do with her, right? That kid is innocent. That is it. That is it. All right. So I'm going to share a story with you. Bear with me. I'm about to share a screen. You know how it goes. Let me just mute. Sorry, guys, I'm still here. I'm sorting out the video. So this guy was made known to us on social media. And he was made known to us, okay, because of a circumstance with his mother. So I'm just going to share the screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen I'm sharing. Guys, let me just take this camera off for a minute. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen I'm sharing. And let me turn up the volume here a bit. Okay. Can you see it? Everybody, thumbs up if you can see it. Evening, Gloria. Thumbs up if you can see the screen. Let me know if you can all see it, okay? Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to press play. And I'm sure you guys remember this story, but just in case you don't, I'm going to...
Guys, come the money. Come spit off on me again. She just come a while ago on the step. Come spit off on me, people. Come spit off on me again now. Man, which part you there? Come spit off on me again. Me have to start over the video because the video dropped short. Either way, people. Boom. You understand? My mother pop up on me. She upstairs right now. She pop up on me Monday morning. Monday night, pardon me. Monday night, the lady pop up on me. Me see a Juta bus pop up right here, so right? So, when me see the Juta bus pop up, people, me or Apache come and look up there and say, Grandma, they here. Trouble there. So me say, Bumbo Clee. Hear me now? Still say good evening. When you don't know, me not grown if you don't have no manners. So, say good evening. Apache say good evening. Him ask Apache, help me. And bring Apache go down there so Apache help her. Long story short, people. Me go to court yesterday. Let me get to the point. I went to court yesterday with my mommy to court yesterday.
Good.
I never know say I had a court date because them give me 2 paper. You understand? And I 2 different summons on the paper. So when me see she pop up, me I say, oh, she pop up. And I said, me go sit down back now and look on the paper and realize that, hold on, on the 14th, you need to be in court. Either way, the charge that she put in for me to go to court, when we go to court for yesterday was recovery of property. So she's basically saying that she want back the 1 room where she give to me.
Yeah.
That is what she's saying. All right. So either way, went to court, from 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, finally get called in a court, 4 o'clock. You understand? We walk in a court. You understand? And the judge said, all right, now, you have been charged with recovery of property. So me just interrupt and say, Your Honor, look here now, I have a title. You understand? And the title is showing that this is a family property. My mommy does not own this land. It belongs to my grandmother. So the judge look, like, hold up. You understand? All right, turn to her now and ask her what is happening. You know what the lady said? Oh, me a deportee. And oh, me get charged in America for such crime. And oh, me come to Jamaica and she buy 1 car for me. And all of these different, objection, Your Honor. Objection. We did a court on recovery of property.
Hey.
You understand? Not for you to lift to somebody who are talking about me as a deportee and all of these different things. So, you know what that means said now? The judge look upon me funny now. The judge have a vendetta against me now. Now, me can't get to talk my piece. Me can't get to say nothing. So, me have to use my head. You understand? And tell the judge, so look here now. I don't have nobody representing me, Your Honor. So therefore, I need time to get a lawyer. So the judge said, the 18th of January, I need to return to court and walk with a lawyer. Now this woman, I walk around the whole entire exchange, the whole entire Ochi. I tell them, oh, me have 2 months to come out of the house because the judge kicked me out of the house. You understand? That's how she walk when I tell everybody. No, me depend this earlier, I make a video and she walk in the yard while me I make the video. She gone upstairs right now, no. Me look for the car see she a peep out. You understand? She come and she spit off and me look up at them. Me and them stand up right this a while ago. Two. Spit off on me and me pick them a while ago. See her the up there, so now. See her the up there, so. Now, let me tell you this now. Bro, hear me now? She's painting a picture in a court, so me's a deportee, and me's a murderer. And hear me now, look, Your Honor, if you see this, hear me now, objection. People come to court to talk about the matter.
All right. I'm now gonna go into the full thing. So
This was how this guy kind of broke the internet, for those of you who are aware of the story. Objection, yes, of course, stick to the case, right? And everybody had their opinions. They were saying, boy, this mother is wicked, she evil, she this, she that. And then others were saying that him is a parasite, in him come out of mother house and ray, and all of those kind of things. You know, he received quite a lot of help as well from other people through his social media platforms. And, you know, I followed him as a result of this story, and I've been kind of following the story to see what the outcome was going to be, right? So I'm going to share with you what's been happening so far.
bear with me. All right, 1 sec. Can you see the new video? Let me know when you can see the new video, guys. Let me know when you can see the new video. Give it a thumbs up when you can see the new video. All right, brilliant. Okay, so
Mom from here, advice black people in real life. Well, my day was wasted today, as you can see in the courthouse. Just leaving courthouse 3 o'clock there from 8:30. Yeah? Court date put off. Now, mommy, just please and thanks, make sure you have $4 or $5 million for me. You hear that? Because I am willing to leave the house now. One time I say I don't want to leave because of all of the money I put into it. But because of my kids' sake, I am going to leave and I want to leave. But I am telling you, for that underground studio that I built with all of my money from 2008, me have a bill from bank statement to everything for about $3.5 million. You understand? And all I want is my money so I can leave this curse. You understand? Because this is a family curse. You understand? And I want to leave. So I just make you know, say, like the judge said, January 3rd, you tell a lie about you can't come home because I'm there. You understand? Number one, you don't live in Jamaica. You don't live in Jamaica. It's nowhere on earth, no court's office should have gave you no kind of documents to state that you look protection custody. That is for somebody who live together. Me and you don't live together, charge it. We don't live together, never been. 18 years I have been in Jamaica. And you wanna spend 5 months in Jamaica out of 18 years. You see that? But hear me now, I'm not gonna dwell upon it though. Because even my DSP today when I waste the 7,500, I'm gonna make sure that my boss put that down on a receipt too, because me a sue for everything now. And that me I make you know. You hear that? So have a wonderful day. You hear that? I'll see you January.
Right. So, as you can see, he is countersuing. And this was in October. The mother didn't turn up for court. And now the next video I'm about to show you was about an hour and a half ago. All right. All right. Hold on. Hope we can all see that. Yeah, we should be able to all see it now. Okay. So, I found this case really interesting because it's rare that you see parents, a mother treating her own children like this. And I thought to myself, there's no way he's a good son. He must be a horrible person. He must be a really bad person, because why would a mother do something like this? Why would she be, spitting at her own grandkids and things like this, They must be a horrible set of people. And I've been watching him for some time. But anyway, this is the outcome of the January court case, which he's posted about an hour and a half ago.
Home from your device. Well, just leaving courthouse, right? Well, here it is now that I guess we need to come back to court on Tuesday. I was instructed by my lawyer not to post no more videos. You understand? But at the end of the day, it is very sad. Here it is that my mommy is back in Jamaica. My mommy popped up last night and we came to court this morning. Now, at this time, she doesn't have a lawyer to represent her. She's trying to represent herself. And to the grace of God, give thanks to the people who helped me. I actually came to court with a lawyer this morning. So
that is it.
Thank you very much, sir, for representing me. And thank you very much for the people who's helping me and who know the true story and say, wrong are wrong and right are right. You understand? And with that being said, blessed love to everyone.
Okay. So
we are unable to hear the ins and outs of the actual case at the moment because he's now being properly legally advised, thanks to the followers coming together and helping him financially to secure a lawyer, right? Now, I still kept saying to myself, I don't know what kind of man this is. Why is it that the mother is being so harsh with her own child? And you know, it's still sparking my interest. Trust me, I'm going to keep an eye on this case. So recently he went live. And when he went live, he was not in his yard. He was away from his kids. And he was essentially losing his mind. Now, I was like, what is going on? He was really, really angry. I'm going to share with you a personal side of him. And I'm going to ask you to really look at, because we speak about men who are abusive. We speak about men who don't treat women well, who are poor examples of fathers for their children. And what has really kind of warmed my heart about this individual and his kids is that this is an example of a Jamaican man that we don't often see and we don't often celebrate. Now, before I show you the children, I'm going to show you this video, okay? So I tried my best to edit because it was laced with expletives. So bear with me. Hopefully, I've managed to catch every swear word there is in what he was saying, but bear with me. All right. Can you guys see this? Yes, it did. It did, yes. All right. Land and house always cause trouble, Papa Jesus. I'm telling you, it is one of the biggest things. Property and dead and even dead left. But these are before the dead. This woman is just wanting to get him out. I don't know why that is. Okay. So I'm gonna play this video.
But you could have won blood clot feed the pit for them. But you could have feed the blood clot pit for them. Yo, hear me, no man. I want to ask me why me upset. Nobody can blood clot mad me. And that me I tell you. Remember, me have to tell you. That's why I'm all on for the pit for them. Because you embarrass me. That was an embarrassment to me when you said, oh, more I use the pit them for all your dogs. You don't see me sacrifice the blood clot in your whole and find them. All who want a blood clot finish you. Yo, you don't see me blood clot all and find them just so you can go on, girl. Me, give you the opportunity to go on. Me do that. Because you say me want to use pit for blood clot for all your dogs. So me all up on the two pit for them. No, come forth up nothing. And I come go on like your high class. Don't do that. Tell you breed. But you have the blood clot audacity to come talk about me want to give you pity because I want all your dumb. Worthless, you worthless. You don't want to pity them round you because you want to go from dance to dance. And you want to jump from man house to man house. And I get you want to go from party to blood clot party.
Wow. You guys understand what he was trying to say? So this was a rant at his baby mother, basically. And this baby mother is trying to paint him as some kind of obsessive and abusive man. So this is a flip side story of what I was speaking about at the beginning of this live. He's basically showing that he is in fact not controlling, that he has no interest in tying her down, that he has actually stepped away from her and taken the kids, including one that's not his, in order to look after the kids and let this woman go and live her life. But yet she's messing with him on social media and stuff like that. And what I was impressed about was the fact that he said that he did this. And he did this without expecting anything from this woman. When I tell you that I looked at this woman, this man in a different way. I was like, look at that. How many men in Jamaica, how many men would take not only their children, but another man's child and raise those children as his own? So I said, okay, let me take a look at his parenting skills. What kind of person he is when it comes to his children. And I'm going to share just some clips of that.
Boom from your divide.
Hold on.
Boom from your device. See there? Nobody coming in from church. Hello, look up, Baba. Where you go? How was church?
Great.
Church was great. Where you pick? All right.
That's him with those beautiful
Boom from
kids.
your
Let's look at
device.
them.
See there? Nobody coming in from church. Hello, look up, Baba.
Look how picnic clean. Look how picnic well taken care of. Look at those beautiful kids. Whatever is happening in the comments, and I cut it out and respect the class. Thank you very much. Stop it. Whatever is going on in the comments, we don't need that now. I want you to focus on what's going on. All right? Anything else, and I just allow that. But look at those beautiful kids. Everybody well dressed, everybody clean. Put together, them a go church. Right? And I was like, look at this guy. And he has several videos on his TikTok, guys. So you guys can go and follow him. Several videos. But what warmed my heart was his daughter. It is very, very challenging for a father to raise a little girl and raise her balanced and raise her right. Yes, without the input of a mom. And I'm going to show you, right, his daughter. And I'm telling you, this little girl, she can chop my money any day. I will finance this child the way I like this child. She is like a child that I wish I had. And I'm going to show you his daughter.
Probably should have to, but I know probably WhatsApp you and you and she plan on speaker and go to Amazon on the next phone. Or use the tablet and go to Amazon and you and she can be on the phone corresponding.
Oh, okay. I guess so.
You have to send a WhatsApp number to your phone.
But they're going to categorize highlands and lowlands.
I'm going to come out and guess with the smoke. I'm outside of your legs and smoke.
Yeah, you can go right there.
I'm right here. All right.
Oh, okay, so with the mountains and the hills and
So she was talking about the mountains and the hills, and she was talking about all the different all the different geographical features. She was talking about the difference between a plateau and what should I talk about? Plateau and valley and this and that. This little girl, she was saying, I said to her, you know big words. Her response was, I don't really know big words like onomatopoeia. I'm saying, what she know about onomatopoeia? And for those of you who don't know what onomatopoeia is, that's actually a literary device that's used in writing. So don't worry if you don't know what it means. She was so impressive. Her, she spoke English in terms of, we said that some people chat bad. She didn't chat bad at all. And the father in chipping bad with them and spoke his spliff and all of that. And still this little girl was so balanced, so level-headed, clearly showing that she reads. And it just goes to show you that you have some men out there that will sacrifice anything, including their freedom for roam the street and look girl, just to raise their kids. So here is a man who is not controlling, not interested in tying down a woman, will take on the responsibility of raising his family by himself. So rare. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Big up on a nice self.
like up the live on your way out. Remember that it's really important that you hold on to your mental health. Do not allow anyone to have you in any kind of oppressive situation. You know, and it goes both and for women. And if you are, make sure, yes, that you get out
and broke up that. You understand? Big up on a nice clean self. Thank you very much for attending class tonight. This is your girl, Head Teacher K. Bye-bye.